Welcome to Sensor Noise, a podcast about angst, existential dread, and things of that nature, but also photography.
Mm-hmm.
I'm joined here in the trenches by Arthur. I'm Andrew, as always.
Hey, everybody.
How's the weather out there, actually?
It's fine. We don't really have the heat dome that's going on right now.
We don't really either, which is nice.
Yeah. It'll come.
Mm-hmm.
It'll come, I think,
Now,
for all of us.
I understand that you recently traveled.
I did. I was in Japan for a week,
mm-hmm.
in Tokyo, and went to Kyoto for a day on the fast train. And I have to say,
a thing you can do there.
A thing you can do, yeah. You can travel like 300 miles in like an hour and a half. Pretty crazy. And you don't even have to get on a plane or go through security. You just kind of show up at the train station and get on.
You just stand on basically a sidewalk and wait for a thing to show up. Yeah. Crazy.
It really is. It's my first, like, Hong Kong is the first like big international destination I went, and they're a very train heavy city, but not like Tokyo. Like, I took one cab and it was a scam.
Yeah.
Because when I went back to the airport, I asked the hotel staff, like, what's the best way to get to the airport? And they were like, well, when you have a lot of luggage, people usually take a cab. And I was like, all right, I'll do that. Did you gotta guess how much that cab cost?
Oh, Lord. I have no idea.
$200.
Jeez.
To go to the airport.
What is this, New York?
Yeah. If I had taken the train like I should have, that would have cost probably like $8 or something.
Yeah.
So I'm never gonna use a cab in Tokyo again.
Yeah.
Obviously. But yeah, from my hotel, like, there's train stations everywhere. My hotel was in the building on top of a train station, so anywhere I wanted to go, just walk downstairs, get on the subway, and go anywhere. All of the train lines have tap to pay and use their like Suica card or whatever, so you just kind of go everywhere on the train and don't really think about it. And everybody does that.
Yeah.
Including going across the country. You just go to the... If you want to have a special seat on the Shinkansen, like a nice seat, you can buy an advance ticket to get the premium seat. But
or you can just show up day of and be like,
you just show up, you click on the machine says, oh, these are the seats that are available. Which one do you want? And then you just get on. It's really,
And they figured this out 60 years ago, and we still haven't figured it out.
That's right. Yeah, 60 years ago they had this.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even on the fastest train.
But to be fair, we do have stealth aircraft that fall out of the sky and,
Yeah, it's true.
And suffocate their pilots. So
I think the Japanese have stealth aircraft, but they don't fall out of the sky, I think.
Well, see, there you go. That's our innovation.
It's Mitsubishi. And I also have to say, I'm sure you've taken a flight recently that has had the god-awful Panasonic Wi-Fi that doesn't work. Did you know that it actually does work just fine on Japan Airlines?
There's something going on there.
So there's a skill issue, I think, with U.S.-based airlines here.
Oh, no.
It worked perfectly fine over the Pacific on JAL.
Yeah.
And you could even send and receive images, which most U.S. airlines don't let you do.
Right.
So,
well, because that uses so much data, and they're working on essentially a dial-up. So I guess at least we're reaching the point where the tyranny of go-go in-flight Wi-Fi is at an end.
It's over.
I think finally.
I haven't been on a go-go flight in 4 or 5 years at this point.
Yeah, because that very much was like, here's a 56K connection,
and you all have to share.
Right. Yeah.
All of you have to share this dial-up connection.
Yeah. Well, I love, because GoGo was basically like air to ground, basically like cellular, but shot up into the sky. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like, how did they ever think that that was a good idea? Because you're
I
just
don't
going way too fast for that to make sense
right.
at scale.
Even
So,
I have to say, even on the train, on the bullet train, LTE could not keep up.
yeah, of course not.
Connectivity was useless on the train.
Yeah,
Nothing
that's
could
not,
keep up.
yeah.
The train has free Wi-Fi, which I don't know how they transmit that, but it wasn't very good either.
Yeah.
So they're probably either going through like they're doing like a power line thing through the
Well,
through the overhead lines.
this is what I'm going to say is if we still had the Pennsylvania Railroad today, they would have figured out how to do 1 gigabit symmetric speed like through the rails.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure you could do it.
You
Like,
could,
I
yeah.
suspect it's possible to do.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
they figured out the Pensy was the ones who figured out cab signaling and
yep.
how you can make phone calls from the train,
Mm-hmm.
basically. Yeah.
But I do have some bones to pick with various photography brands from
Mm-hmm.
Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I got
this
a lot
one's
of
not really a
problems with
bone
you
to pick.
people.
I tried to take videos using my Osmo Pocket out of the window of the train.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how I've said in the past, rolling shutter is not really that big of a deal. You're not really moving that fast.
Not
Well,
so on the bullet train.
not so in the bullet train. Boy,
Yeah.
everything out that window is at like a 45-degree angle as far as the camera can see.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
wild.
Well, you see, your mistake was using the Osmo Pocket to record video. You're not meant to do that.
It's
You're
true.
meant
It's
to,
true.
I don't know, do something else with it.
So the videos really do capture just how quick you're moving.
Yeah.
But they didn't come out like I was expecting, I guess. And the iPhone too. I mean, the iPhone videos were equally useless. So
Right.
I don't think there's a way around that without a global shutter video camera,
Yeah.
or film or something, right? If you're filming it on 8mm, I guess you wouldn't have a rolling shutter.
Yeah.
But my big bone to pick is with the Fujifilm Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
So the X100V was the camera that I took with me because it's the one I had that's small, and I couldn't get a Panasonic L10 yet because they hadn't come out. And even then, the wait list is I'm sure, 3 years long. Well, the Fuji, it turns out, has a system for trying to make it so that you don't overlap the the file name numbers, right? The numbers in the file name, it doesn't want to overlap them. And this is apparently per card. So it's writing some kind of little file into the card to say like where it left off even after you wipe the card. So it knows like how far along you are or something. Well, those numbers run out at 9999.
Right.
And would you care to guess sort of what happens when the numbers run out?
Well, probably can't take any more pictures.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can't. And what does it say here? I had to find this image that I took of what it says because it's truly just absurd.
Here's the thing. Nobody's ever taken more than 10,000 photos
on the same card.
Yeah.
And so what the camera says when this happens is frame no full. That's what it says.
Frame no
the
full.
Image in there. It says frame no full.
Frame no full.
And what do you do about that?
Hey, let me tell you, frame no full.
Yeah. And what can you do about that? I don't know. It doesn't tell you.
Format the card, I guess.
That is correct. You have to format the card,
which is a bit of an issue if you're, not able to offload the photos that you've taken.
Yes, if you're traveling, for instance. Yeah, so I found a long Reddit thread from a little while ago of people in the exact same situation who are like, what do I like? I guess I go find an electronics store and
purchase a
buy another card
yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing is sitting down in the middle of the Seiko Museum that I was going around at the time and connecting my phone to the camera's Wi-Fi and downloading all the pictures off of it over the Wi-Fi. and
A
then I could
process
erase the
I
card.
can only assume went flawlessly and
And it
quickly.
actually did work. It just took like a half an hour.
Yeah.
Now there is a setting on the camera that you can set so that this doesn't happen.
Oh, right. But
Yeah, of
I
course, but
is
that's
that
not the
is that
default.
buried 3 menus deep as well?
And it's not called what you would expect it to be. It's like
No.
about picture numbering, and it's called like continuous versus like restart or something.
Mm,
It's
mhm.
it. I don't know.
I don't I don't understand, like, if I've deleted the photos
Yeah,
off the card, why would I care if it restarts again? I
I
don't
don't know
understand why this feature even exists.
because they don't want you to have overlapping numbers.
I don't
But
I
here's
have
my
I
argument.
have
Just make another
folders.
folder.
I have folders in my
Right.
computer. I don't dump every photo I take into the pictures directory and then go, "Oh, no, there's."
Right.
Which, I mean, I feel like this is even more galling because because it runs out at 9999, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like that it ran out at a binary number where it would be, like, looping back, you
No, it's
know?
just arbitrary.
Where it's like, "Oh, you're at picture number 65535, and so
Yeah.
if we were to go one more, it would flip." No, it's just they picked a number and they're like, "Yeah, you can't take more than 10,000 photos on a card,"
Correct.
basically, is the
Yeah.
limit that they've decided.
Except you can
If you
if you
turn it
set the
off.
setting so
Right.
that you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Well,
setting is now set, and this
even if
won't
you
happen
set the
again.
setting though, if and you started from, DSC 00001, would you I think you'd still run out at 99999, right?
Um, no, if you set it to the other setting, which is renew, then it just rolls over.
Okay,
So
interesting.
like it has the capability to do this, right? It can just go back to 0.
Yeah,
They just made it so that the default is
is to not do that.
to not
Yeah.
do that, which is insane. Um Anyway, this really made me mad and made me want to throw this camera into a lake. So hey, Panasonic, if you want to sponsor us, get at me.
Yeah.
If I can get an L10, I can sell this one for basically the same price as I paid for it,
Mhm.
and that's to
Well,
KEH. Like they'll buy it for what I paid.
I presume due to RAM prices and things of that nature.
Well, I also bought it. I bought it before the Fujis got really popular.
Mhm.
Like I bought this one, I want to say like 5 years ago, and
Oh,
so
no,
I
that's true.
paid.
You did buy it when it was like the X100s were a novelty, but
Yeah,
like, yeah, an unpopular novelty or, a middlingly popular. They weren't
right.
as hyped as they have been, in recent times.
So I think I paid like 1,300 because it was on sale at Best Buy at the time,
Oh yeah, and you can
and I
certainly make
can
that
get
back.
from KEH. They'll give me 14.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
So like if I sold it on eBay, I'd get even more. But like I'm not losing anything if I swap it for the Panasonic. So
Mhm.
as soon as I can get my
What'll
hands
what
on one of those, I will probably do that.
I wonder what MPB will give you for it too,
I
because
don't know.
they're
I
usually
didn't check.
slightly better than KH, but yeah.
In any case, Panasonic.
I
Let me
was
buy one of
rummaging
those gold ones.
through my desk drawers the other day and I found like a DDR5 SODIMM that
Ooh.
was like 16 gigs and I was like, this is my retirement savings
Yeah,
is what
right?
this is. Yeah.
No kidding.
Well, and then there's a computer at work that I forgot that I had configured with 96 gigs. And so I was like, this is mine now. And
Yeah.
no one else is allowed to touch this.
My decision to get 64 gigs in my MacBook Pro is paying dividends, and I wish I had
Yes.
gotten 96. I
Yeah.
should have gone for more
Mm-hmm.
because this was before the pricing. And my servers, all of my servers have 256 gigs
Yeah.
in them, which I paid basically nothing for. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm living the high life here. I've got more RAM
Well,
than I
because
know what to do with.
I was gonna say, like, before the whole RAM shortage thing, especially with server memory, like, they were
It was
giving
nothing.
it away. They're like,
Yeah.
"You want 512 gigs? Please take this," you know?
Like I said, I paid for each of my servers. I think in total I spent about $2,000 on those 3 machines
Yeah.
that are all dual socket Xeon with 2 have 256 and one has 128. now the same machine that I bought, like my HP one, is now like $3,000 just by itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Used. By the way, out of support platform.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
No, I was at our local micro center here, which they've utterly destroyed because they're renovating it, but
Oh.
they
Well,
like
you're gonna get one of those 3D printer walls now.
yes, we'll have that. We'll have like a ubiquity store within a store
Yeah, yeah.
thing. But in the process, they basically like removed all of the charm from the store, and it feels
Yeah,
very
ours is lacking in charm for sure.
because it used to I mean this the one here locally is the very first micro center. So it had like a classic charm to it that they like gutted the whole place basically. And so it's a giant mess. Everything is ass backwards from how it used to be in terms of where the stuff is in the store.
Mm-hmm.
And I just went in and I immediately felt like I was in a liminal space kind of thing. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, where am I? You know, I can't orient myself anymore
Yeah.
based on what's around me, kind of thing. But I did happen to walk down the aisle with the Ram in it, and I was like, good Lord.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Did you
And they're
see
saying some of these
the
things are sale prices.
you see the thing today? There's somebody was like having a conversation with ChatGPT about like a PC build,
Yeah,
and it
and
was like that
GPT as
RAM
well.
price. That's a robbery if you're paying that much for RAM. That must be a mistake.
Yeah. It's like that doesn't seem right. It should be about $80. If you're paying $450 for that, you probably got scammed. It's like
Correct.
I sure did, buddy. I sure did. And
We're all trying to find the guy who did
we're
this.
all looking for the person responsible. Uh it's okay though. Micro Center's having tech days right now. I think it's funny the things they are able to put on sale, which is like Intel processors that no one wants, and then like monitors, a lot of monitors. There's
Yeah.
some really good deals on monitors right now because would you know monitors don't really contain DRAM?
No,
I
they
mean,
don't unless they're
Apple's do
apples.
because Apple is stupid. But
Yeah, but nobody else's have DRAM in them.
Apple's basically like, what if we made an iMac but sold it as just a monitor?
Yeah. I'm surprised we've had these studio displays this long and nobody's figured out how to make them into a Mac.
Yeah,
Like
like
surely
how
they
is
could boot
someone?
Mac OS.
Yeah, how has someone not figured out how to like? Yeah, that's a little bizarre to me, but yeah. Anyway,
Otherwise, Japan, if you want to get vintage film cameras especially, they got those in spades. They have so many places that sell
well, and I
all
bet
kinds of vintage stuff
they're all in pretty good condition
and they
too.
are
I
in
have to
pretty good
imagine
condition and the deals are honestly pretty good.
there are many small dusts.
Yes.
There is a slight fungus, however.
But I found like a shop. I was just walking around Ginza and I found just a shop that was all vintage Leicas. It's this tiny little shop, and this guy has hundreds and hundreds of just vintage Leica film cameras.
Mm,
I was tempted. They are
yeah.
way cheaper by like a factor of 5 than anything you can get in the US.
Mm.
So
I wonder if you can get you know, an X-Pan over there for you know, not exorbitant prices.
I didn't see one in the shops I went into, but
Yeah.
if you can find one, like probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I only went to Tokyo. Maybe Osaka has more.
Hmm. Uh, camera news, photography news, etc.
Yeah, there's some
things
news
of that nature. Harlow's new flash, lift and bends to deliver more flattering light.
I just like this whole genre of these tiny little flashes, and I think this one is interesting.
Harlow has announced its new pocket flash. Yes.
It's very like the flash itself is similar to ones we've seen before from them and other brands, but it has this little like linkage on the bottom that let you position it in all sorts of positions.
It's like a scissor lift type mechanism.
Yeah. It kind of like extends out from your camera so you can point it in different directions or like point it at the ceiling, point it at your subject, attach little hoods or whatever. I think it's kind of an interesting idea for these little guys.
It does look neat. What I do so what they've done here is that, you know, they say flash and continuous light in one device. So there's the flash bulb and then there's like a row of LEDs.
Yeah.
I feel like calling this a continuous light is very generous.
Well,
It's just not that big
it's
enough to.
360 lumens,
Yeah.
which is not that's not a lot of lumens.
No, I'm pretty sure my iPhone can be brighter than that.
Yeah. I would prefer you make a slimmer one that's just the flash.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But
this is. I feel like the continuous light on this is not really much more than a modeling light.
yeah, pretty
It's gonna
much.
tell. It's gonna give you an idea of where the shadows are gonna be, and that's really it. But it's not gonna substitute for the flash in terms of enabling you to be able to expose things that you wouldn't otherwise.
No.
So,
And rechargeable battery, like I love to see in these
hmm,
flashes.
mm-hmm.
If you're not making one with a rechargeable battery at this point, what are you doing?
Do, do you just plug it in USB
Yep,
or okay?
USB-C.
Yeah. Because that's
Just
the other
a
thing. I do have some flashes where they're rechargeable batteries, but you have to take them out and put them in their own little cradle. And I'm like,
right, and that's no good either.
we don't need to be doing that anymore.
Just
We have the
little
technology.
USB-C.
Yeah.
Even if you need a weird voltage, USB-C has solved that.
Yeah,
You can get
it's
whatever
true.
voltage you want. Like,
It's kind of
oh,
nuts, actually. Yeah.
we've solved these problems.
This next one, Wendy's is giving away limited edition Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III cameras.
Indeed, Wendy's is. If you want a limited edition Wendy's G7X, you missed it because it was on June 3rd. But
What
they
this
did.
is
They
it
did do
looks
it.
it looks like it's a G7X that they've put a red like silicon case on and then basically gave to a child to put some Wendy's
To put
stickers on.
Wendy's stickers on it. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. This looks like the laptop of everyone I knew in high school in terms of
Yes,
like, just like random ass sticker placement.
that's right.
I wouldn't I feel like they could have done a much better job with this. This feels very half-assed, I gotta be
Yeah,
honest.
but
Yeah.
hey, it's like a $900 camera for free.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
if you got one, I guess good for you.
Yeah,
Uh,
congrats. The good thing, I guess, is that because this is like a silicon case, you could just take it
you
off and
probably
have
just
a
take it off.
regular
Yeah.
G7X Mark III.
You know, it's they closed our Wendy's. We had one in town that still had like the neon sign for the drive-through and everything, and they closed it. They took away our Wendy's.
That's yeah. We had a classic McDonald's here,
Yeah, yeah.
and they have closed it to tear it down and rebuild it as a modern McDonald's.
Tragedy.
Same with the McDonald's that's right across the street from the university, my alma mater, that has been there for I don't know 50 some years or whatever. They're tearing down so they can rebuild it, you know, in a more modern style.
Stupid.
Which is dumb because it was a 2-story McDonald's, which was very neat, even though the second story was always closed off.
Yeah.
But I had many good, McDoubles at that McDonald's, and I'm
You know,
just sad
many
about.
many Japanese McDonald's are multiple stories.
Yes, I think probably by necessity rather than
Yeah, because they have no
aesthetic
space.
concerns. Yeah.
The one that I went into had just the counter on the top floor and like 3 chairs, and then all the seating was downstairs because that
Yeah.
was all the room they had for it.
Yeah. We
But I
also
had
had we had this massive Wendy's for like the university. It was huge. Like basically imagine 2 Wendy's side by side. That's how big it was. With the original sunrooms and all
wow.
of that. And they closed it to tear it down and they built a 5/1 in its place. And they did put the Wendy's back in on the first floor. But I'm guessing that they charged some ridiculous rent to that Wendy's because it closed a couple years after that. And it didn't have the charm, to be honest.
No.
It didn't have the goofy, I don't know what you call it, the roof style that the Wendy's,
Yeah.
had. And then the sunroom, the solarium. They got to bring back the solarium.
They gotta. We had in my hometown. We had a Burger King that had the solarium because I think it was a Wendy's at one point. It became a Burger
Yeah.
King.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of odd.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Japan though, I had the McDonald's has a shrimp fillet of fish over there.
Interesting.
That is actually pretty good. I got one of those.
Yeah.
Much better than the regular fillet of fish, for
Hmm.
sure.
Yeah. Now, I was
Um,
talking to some friends about, the joy of the World Cup has been Europeans coming over here and discovering, American foods and food chains and things like that. And one of my friends said, like, I feel like I've heard they have this restaurant in like London that's like super American and they're like over the top about it. And I'm like, yeah, it's called McDonald's.
there's I know they have one in London. I went and looked for this one in Tokyo, but I couldn't find it. I've seen it on TikTok. There's like a American rockabilly themed restaurant in Japan
Mm-hmm.
because
Nice. Yeah.
you've got like American flags on the wall, like American records, pictures of Elvis, things of this
Could
nature.
you imagine like opening a Texas Roadhouse like in Shibuya?
Yeah, that would be something.
Yeah.
And the thing is, people would go to it.
Yeah. Well, some of these like Europeans or other tourists who are coming here, they're like going to Texas Roadhouse and they're just bringing us bread like for free before
Yeah.
we've even ordered anything. And it's like, that's America, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I I don't I don't know if you're familiar, but there's a small chain of restaurants here in Indiana called Der Dutchman, which are like Amish sit down restaurants, very classic sort of place.
Mm.
And when you sit down before you order, they bring you an assortment of rolls of various styles and kinds, not just like, here's a thing of rolls. It's like, you can choose. Do you want a normal dinner roll or do you want like a slice of like wheat, something like that? It's crazy and there's so much and they just keep bringing them to you. And it's like, how are you in business? I don't understand, but I'm not complaining.
There is a Texas themed bar in Tokyo. It's called Little Texas. It's a Texas honky tonk bar.
Yeah.
And the
Oh, I should have had you go to the bar that of the guy that I keep seeing on TikTok where he gets this block of ice and he like cuts it into basically a like an octagonal shape, and it's very fancy bartender mixologist kind of guy that does
sure,
way
sure.
too much, but yeah.
I put a link to this place in the doc. You gotta look at the pictures they have on their website.
Little Texas Bar and Grill. Texas honky tonk bar in Tokyo.
They got Texas fries. They got a Texas shaped steak. They got a Texas shaped waffle.
I see that. Yeah.
They've got these. They're
Texas
live
waffle ice
bands.
cream and more. Let's have a sweetie.
They're live bands.
Ice
All
cold
are wearing cowboy hats.
Ice cold beer, original cocktail, get drunk.
Yeah. Do you think
This,
the cowboy hats are like compulsory? Like if you want to perform there, you have to wear the cowboy hats?
I mean, I
Because all
think
the bands
it's,
that they have listed here all have cowboy hats on.
yeah, uh, um, you know, I think it's respectful to wear the cowboy hat.
Oh
I think
man.
what I appreciate too is that like these are like Japanese like Texas style bands, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I see they have coming up on the 27th, they have a Texas dance night.
Great. I hope they're
Uh
doing line dancing.
yeah. One assumes. Yeah. Is this the only place in like Tokyo where you can get a Bud Light, do you think?
No, I bet a bunch of hotel bars have them.
Oh, sure, sure. Yeah.
This may be the only Texas themed restaurant where you can order rice though.
That's true. Yes. And also the only Texas themed restaurant where the only draft beer is Asahi.
That's right. Yeah.
But you can get a bottle of Budweiser, Corona, Tecate, or Dos Equis.
I wonder
So
what they charge to import one of those. I bet it's
I don't know. It's cheaper to get a bottled beer than a draft beer. That is
yeah, of course.
fascinating.
Anyway, what else was I looking at here? Time lapse photographers may find this one a little interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Cameras have time lapse functions built in a lot of the time,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not like the most flexible thing ever.
Yeah.
So this guy's made for 199 the LR Time Lapse Pro 3.5, which is a little external time lapse device
Mm-hmm.
that lets you
Intervalometer.
yeah, it lets you hook up to the camera's shutter release and just drive it manually
Mm.
to do longer time lapses than your camera might allow,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It has an RTC chip built in, so you get very, very accurate intervals as well.
Yeah.
It can even do two cameras at the same time. It's got two output ports, and I have to say, I appreciate this guy's commitment to making it feelable with gloves.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll notice
Okay.
all of the buttons and switches have very heavily embossed,
I see that.
unique
Yes. I
tactile
was
elements.
I was thinking it's quite an aesthetic choice to have a knob that's this knurled, but that makes sense, I
Yeah,
guess, if
so that
that's
you
what
can
you're
use it with
designing
gloves
for.
on.
Yeah.
And all of the ports and the buttons have very large embossed features next to them that are unique, so you know exactly what you're touching.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool. I like this, especially for 199. It seems like a decent little box if this is the kind of thing you need to do.
Yeah.
Works with anything that has a manual shutter release port, which is like
See, this is
most things,
how do I get into writing the software for this kind of thing?
right?
Because this is not very difficult software wise.
But also like it's not difficult, but it's also pretty useful for
Right.
people that want
Yeah.
this, you know?
Yeah.
Feels like it'd be pretty fulfilling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what else. Nikon remembered that they make lithography equipment.
Interesting. Yeah.
So they're still doing that. They have a
They they looked
1.5.
they looked north or west a little bit and they were like, "Oh wow, they're really producing a lot of RAM over there.
Yeah.
Whose machines are they using? Who the heck is ASML?"
So they're
Yeah.
making a new lithography machine.
Mhm.
It's not that important what the specs are, but I just think it's interesting that they haven't given up on this
Yeah.
because they used to be one of the biggest names in this industry and got just completely eclipsed by ASML.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and now I guess they're
It's
coming back.
it's interesting. Yeah, I mean they've got they've got their fingers in a lot of pies, I would say, you know.
Yeah.
But I'd say the most interesting thing that I used recently that's a Nikon that isn't my own camera was the thing at the optometrist.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
The rather than having to like dilate your pupils, the thing that you stick your head into more or less or up
Yeah.
against and it takes a picture. They make that, which I
Hmm.
didn't realize until I was like, oh, this says Nikon on it.
Yeah, they
Interesting.
make a ton of like optics stuff.
Yeah. Well,
All
as it
kinds
turns
of
out.
very advanced optics. They do they have SLM 3D printers
Mm-hmm.
apparently, like
Yeah.
industrial sized ones,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't realize. Nikon SLM solutions.
Hmm.
They have robots. They got all kinds of stuff. They're one of these Japanese companies that just kind of does like everything.
Yeah.
Like, did you know Seiko also makes automotive parts,
I did know that. Yes.
which is
Because
bizarre.
Seiko, uh, and Epson, technically the same company.
That's true.
Yeah. Yep.
Nikon also makes space communication equipment for communicating between satellites and the ground.
Hmm.
Apparently,
Mm.
it's like sort of optics, I suppose. You are making photons do things,
Mm-hmm.
sort of.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I sort of
what else?
appreciate that they're like, look, we're just really good at optics. So whatever involves that, like, you know, yeah. It would be funny if they expanded that into like, oh, Nikon, we make SFP like optical fiber transceivers or
I mean,
something.
do they?
Maybe. Hmm.
They might.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, while you look that up, here we have F8 Develop is an HDR film negative inversion app built for Apple Silicon. So
Yes.
this is if you are doing like camera scanning of your
Hmm.
film, This makes it much easier because it is built with the understanding that you're taking photos of negatives and you need to invert them, rather than the normal process, which is, like doing this in Lightroom and then having to go in and say, hey, invert this, and all of
Right.
that. So, this looks like a very interesting and useful piece of software for folks who do camera scanning of their film. And it is 50 of your dollars, which is not bad.
Yep.
Not
They're
bad.
also using Apple's entire stack here.
Mm.
So it's all using Apple's raw processing and things.
Mhm.
And their dynamic, what do they call this? Apple's adaptive gain map,
Hmm.
which is a way that they have to do HDR. And
Huh.
interestingly, I like the way that it's organized too. It's organized by role,
Hmm.
so you keep track of the
Mhm.
roles in here, and then you can apply, the same process to the entire role all at once,
Yeah,
which is
which
kind of useful.
yeah, because otherwise you have to do that for each photo, and it is a
Correct,
pain
which is
in
obnoxious.
the butt,
This way, you can do that whole thing.
Uh,
So very cool that people are doing this.
mhm.
I want to see more. I want to see like a film scanning app that like connects to the film scanners and can do digital ice, something like that.
Well, this is yes, what I want is, silver fast, but not silver fast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Something that works with my old Nikon film scanner, but is actually nice and works well
Yes.
would be useful.
Speaking
Um,
of though,
yeah.
Apple in the 27 OSs, which I
Mhm.
don't think we talked about yet, but
They have
uh,
27 OSs now,
they
jeez.
do. Yeah. There's not a lot to report on the photography front from the new 27 OSs, except
Mhm.
uh, there is a new Apple RAW version.
Hmm.
There is RAW 9,
Okay.
which the big feature is that demosaicing and denoising are now sort of the same step,
Hmm.
and they all take place through Core ML. And
Hmm.
if you take a look at the results that they're getting out of like that Petapixel has in this gallery,
Mhm.
they are really remarkable. Um, just processing like the same image through RAW 8, which is the version from I think 2018, through versus the new RAW 9. It is really remarkable how much detail is recovered from the noise versus the old
Yeah.
version.
These photos of crayons and yarn in particular.
It's just astounding.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So any app that will use the raw processing from Apple, which is like most of the non Adobe ones, will just get this
Hmm.
automatically, I think. So definitely something to look out for when the new OSs drop is
Yeah.
better raw processing on Apple's platforms.
Hmm.
Now you do have to
Nice.
have an M series or A series chip, I think,
Yeah.
to do this. No more Intel for you, but
That's okay.
yeah. I mean, Intel's dead with this next release, anyways.
Yeah.
Um, and it supports 784 camera models, also, which is crazy.
Hmm. Jeez.
I didn't realize that there were that
That
many
many cameras.
raw shooting cameras, but yeah, apparently Apple supports 784 of them.
Yeah. Do you think
Wild.
they have all 784 models like on a
Like,
shelf somewhere?
like probably,
Yeah.
yeah. If you're a company like them with as much money as they have, you could.
Mhm. Mhm.
You could just have enough money to have a room that has all these cameras in it.
Yeah.
Because if they're saying it supports it, right? They're saying like if I have like a Nikon like D3,
Mhm.
then it's gonna work with those raw files.
Jeez.
And you kind of have to have a D3, I feel like, to be able to prove if that's true or
Well,
not.
yeah, that's true, yeah.
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 I'm just glad to see them getting back into like doing anything with photography. Uh
That isn't just doing a bunch of, like, AI stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
this bodes well,
Generative AI stuff, yeah.
I think, for the future. Maybe,
Which they did.
maybe.
I think the things they did talk about in like the keynote photography wise was like, oh, you can don't they have some generative way
Yeah,
now
there's
to
some.
like shift the perspective of your photo or whatever?
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing Adobe added a few months ago. You
Which
can
is
like
that's like
rotate the image around,
which
reframe, and
I don't know. Am I crazy for thinking like when would I need that?
I I don't know.
I don't. I'm
Evidently,
confused.
somebody wants it.
Yeah. It's like, man, I really wish this photo I had taken was at a slightly different angle. Like, good news. It feels a bit like a Tim and Eric like infomercial skit, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I did see. I'll see if I can find this, but I saw a TikTok of somebody saying like, I'm rotating, reframing myself until I can see the back of my own head.
I'm
Just keep rotating it.
I'm rotating I'm rotating an image seamlessly in my iPhone.
Yeah.
Uh
Anyway.
in gimbaled camera news, this has apparently become a very popular vertical.
Yeah,
You have an Osmo Pocket.
I do, which is quite
But
good. And there's an Osmo Pocket 4, which you can't buy in the US.
well,
And
and
now
isn't there like
Insta360.
there's also the 4P
Yeah, there's
now,
the
right? Which is like
4P, which
two
is two
cameras
cameras.
with
Because
different
instead of
focal
putting a
lengths.
zoom lens, they've decided it's easier to just put two cameras with different lenses. So they're taking the phone model,
Right. Yeah.
which maybe is true. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, so Insta360 said, "Hey, wait a minute, we can do that too."
Yeah. They're like, hey,
And
we know how to do this.
they basically just ripped it off whole cloth,
Yeah.
uh, with some interesting additions.
Hmm.
One is there's a little ring light that snaps onto the top, so you have like some light.
Okay. Yeah.
Which, sure, but the more interesting one to me is that the touch screen and control module is detachable,
Oh, I see that.
and then
So
you can
it's like
use it
its
as a
own remote.
remote.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
That's
I
yeah.
have to say,
Well,
that's
and
like
I bet that
actually quite
I
useful.
bet when DJI saw that they were like,
Well, interestingly, when DJI saw that, it seems they said, "We're suing you for violating multiple of our patents."
and can I just say this is somewhat amusing to see like a Chinese company suing another Chinese company for IP theft.
It is. It is pretty
It's like,
funny. Yeah.
oh, not so funny now, is it?
So they're suing them
Yeah.
and saying that Insta360 has violated like 4 of their patents or something.
Nah,
And like, maybe uh,
maybe. I don't know.
let the courts figure that out, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know what the Chinese courts will do. Maybe. Oh wait, they're suing each other in the U.S. I'm reading
Oh,
here.
okay. Of course.
They're
Yeah.
suing each other in the Eastern District of Texas, of course, which is where
Mhm.
you sue if you want to be a patent troll.
Right.
Um, so I think really what DJI is mad about is that they're not allowed to sell in the US and Insta360 is.
Yeah, for now.
Like that's probably what they're actually mad about.
I think they should probably yeah, that situation could change at literally any moment. So I wouldn't worry
Right.
too much about it if I were them, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Um Also in the gimbaled camera
Mhm.
uh vertical here,
Mhm.
there's really the one that all of us were waiting for, which is one
Uh-huh.
where it's a camera and then it's also got a fan in it.
Oh. Well, is it okay, so like an EOS R5 or C situation?
No, take a look at the image here. It the fan blows on you.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. So this
I
is okay. Going to Asia multiple times this year, I can say this is a new like genre of device. Are these portable little fans?
uh-huh.
They're very stylish. They come in all kinds of colors. They're like sort of double as a battery bank, but they've got a little like Dyson style fan on the top to cool
Mhm.
yourself off. Not necessarily a bad idea, but this company has made one of those and they put the camera in the middle of the fan. So,
That does not seem like a great idea to me in terms of like vibration and such.
yeah.
Yeah. But I'm guessing that you know, that's not like quality, photographic quality is not really concern of theirs for this
No.
product. Yeah,
Well, you can record and cool together because it's a 2-in-1 versatile, no more carrying two gears on travel.
of course. Yes.
Note, independent operating systems usable simultaneously or separately. So the fan is running its own software that's completely unaware of the camera inside
Yeah,
the fan.
I hate when I have to do a firmware update on my fan.
But turn off fan when recording to avoid background noise, they say.
You don't say.
But you can have sweaty free outdoor vlogs here.
18,000 RPM brushless motor releases 10 meters per second high-speed blast for fast cooling in seconds.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Yeah.
You know,
Doesn't that sort of
people
defeat the purpose? It's like, you can vlog and have a fan going at the same time, but turn the fan off because it makes too much noise.
right. Look, you can say a lot of things about the Chinese, but one thing you can't say is that they're not innovative.
Yeah.
They're really
25 of your dollars for this. So,
yes.
yeah.
Well, you have 14.99 Philippine pesos.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very funny. What else? Adobe corner here. LinkedIn, my former employer, now has a way to connect up apps that you use to your
What?
profile so that you can see how you use them
Okay.
and like verify your skills. And of course, Adobe's gotten in on this.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now Adobe, you can prove that you know how to use Photoshop, I guess.
So I'm looking at the like list of sample stuff that they have here, and it's it's like finally I can demonstrate to people that I know that I've used JetBrains.
Right. This
Yeah.
is okay. Sure. You know what? Sure. Fine.
What VP's initiative was this? I think is the question.
I won't. I won't dox
Yeah.
them. I'm pretty sure I know whose this was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, somebody's gonna get a promotion off of this probably,
Mm-hmm.
and someone on LinkedIn will know that you know how to use Photoshop.
Yeah.
Congrats. Ugh.
Yeah. Great news. You can now put that you use a Descript on your or HubSpot. Yeah.
But in other Adobe things, they've done a bunch of other AI stuff. They've improved culling yet again, adding a face view, which is kind of useful, so you can do the culling by faces. They've also added some more on-device models that don't use their cloud for various things, which is kind of interesting. So I think
you think they looked at their like AWS bill and they were like,
yeah, almost certainly. Oh, shoot. We're spending too much on this. We got to get some of this on device.
Yeah.
But that's good. I mean, we should have more of these models that can run locally. And they're also letting you use the Topaz noise aware sharpen model directly in Lightroom as well. Kind of interesting. So I guess they have an initiative to offer more than just their own AI tools within their apps. So it's kind of useful.
Finally,
yeah, specifically, the on-device model is the generative remove. You can just do that offline on your device, which is cool.
Says they've also updated their reflection removal tool.
Yes.
As well.
This one, reflection removal, have you tried it?
I've not, no.
It's one of those ones, I remember back in like the early Creative Suite days when they'd show off something at Max that would be like there was one that was like motion undoing, if you had a shaky subject and that would just undo that. It was magic. This is one of those ones where it feels like
well, that's
this
like,
is
I'm
the
like,
kind
how
of
do
stuff.
you right? Like this is because this isn't like stuff where it's like, oh, because you have a RAW, you can like crank up the exposure and actually recover, that like the data is all sort of there. This is like, how do you like like there's stuff in the way of like there are physical reflections that were in the way of what you're trying to take a photo of, and the
Yeah,
fact that it can recover that is
it's astounding. These are the
yeah.
kind of things I want them to do more of with their AI, and like this is what Photoshop should do.
Mm.
Photoshop should have these tools that are magic for like this picture. I really need this picture to be usable, and something about it is unrecoverable. Like, save me.
Right.
And this is
Yeah.
one of those ones where it it can. Give it a try if you've got one with reflections. It's really
Mm.
astounding.
Mhm.
What else? And lastly, I just wanted to touch on this because we've been saying this for months, years.
We've been beating this drum.
Photographers are tired of big cameras.
We're
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
It's yes. That is accurate. Yeah.
So it's a longer Petapixel article from I think from Jordan or from one of the like Petapixel guys, just talking about how like it sucks to bring a big camera around when you're traveling or like with your family or doing like anything that isn't just taking pictures.
Mhm.
It just
Mhm.
sucks. Like
Yeah.
we need to go back.
When big cameras are okay, like when you're doing like a professional shoot type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to just be a person existing capturing photos, having that whole setup is yeah,
Yes.
too much.
So according to their metrics here, there were 246,000 fixed lens compact cameras shipped in April across all the manufacturers, which is 25% of all cameras shipped in
Hmm.
April, which is remarkable considering how there's only like two actually good options for fixed lens cameras, one of
Yeah.
which was not available in April.
Right. Yeah.
So regardless of whether these cameras are any good, people are buying them.
Yeah.
Um, we
And
should have
the market is growing for these.
yes,
Which I think is interesting too, because you would think that if people wanted, to take photos on the go, they would just use their phones.
but they're sick of what the phones look like.
Yeah. And so I think I think there's perhaps a greater appreciation lately too that like, do I really want like an omni tool, or do I want a thing that does one thing very well?
Yes, and you want something that does one thing very well.
Yeah.
Increasingly, like people want to
Right.
get off their phones. Like, they don't want to be on their
Yes.
phones anymore.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, make smaller cameras that you can just carry around that only do the camera thing.
Hmm.
They don't need to do everything else.
Well, it turns out if you use a camera to take photos, it's a lot more ergonomic than trying to use a phone to take photos, because not only is a phone way too thin to hold comfortably, but also Apple cannot figure out where to put the dang
The
shutter
button
button
it needs to
properly.
be. Look, hey, listen, Apple. I know it's probably too late to change the next iPhone, but like,
You
can
got to
you
shift that thing
move
down.
the shutter button like 20 millimeters to the right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be ideal.
Yeah.
If you could just
Yeah.
shift it down a little bit.
If you need some representative examples of good shutter button placement, like let me know.
Just Google camera and you'll see kind of where it should be.
Yeah. Go into that library of however many cameras it is that your raw
Yeah, right.
engine supports, and take some measurements. Yeah.
But I was thinking about this in Tokyo too. Like, I brought the small camera on purpose, and I had a much better time using that than I would have if I brought my big camera,
Your
despite the
Z9 would have
issues I
been,
have with it.
yeah.
Like,
I think your Z9 would have just been unwieldy.
completely
Yeah.
unusable there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just, it makes me think about, do you remember, was it Samsung that made a camera that had a phone built into it
Mm-hmm.
way
Yeah.
back? That was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it had like an Android phone in the camera.
Yes, I recall this.
I forget what it was called. What is it? The Galaxy Camera 2, something like that.
What a creative name. Yeah.
Galaxy NX. I forget what this
Oh,
thing
a
was called.
Galaxy NX is probably correct.
That was the Galaxy NX was interchangeable lens. Yeah, Galaxy Camera was a 16 megapixel. The Galaxy NX was ICLE, but it struck me walking around Tokyo that like really for city exploration, you know what I need is I need a camera that can run Google Maps and I'd be fine.
That's yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like if I just had a camera with a map in it, you don't really like you make emergency calls. What else do you
Mm-hmm.
need?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of all you need. So like I don't know. I don't think that having a camera with a basic phone in it is actually that bad of an idea.
I need a
Maybe more of an
camera and I
attractive
need a
device.
pager and I need a briefcase phone.
Well, now you're halfway to a salary, man. Uh,
Yeah.
get yourself a suit and a Rolex, and you're on your way.
Mm-hmm.
Also, to say the people of Tokyo are very fashionable,
Yeah.
very fashionable. They know how to look good in a suit.
Which I appreciate, but I also appreciate that here in America I don't have to try that hard.
Yeah, that's also true. But man, even on the subway, early in the morning on the subway on a weekend, I'm like, man, I look like a schmuck.
You're very American to them, yes.
But I even put on, I had shorts with a belt, I had a button-down shirt, and I had my little like luxury designer purse, and I still felt like I looked very out of place.
Mm.
Not to mention I'm a large American guy, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
just fashion
Yeah.
wise, man, I did not fit in.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, you know. So it goes.
so it goes. Smaller cameras. Smaller
Smaller
cameras.
cameras. Yeah. I was at the used camera store recently and there
Mm.
was an XE5 in the used
Mm-hmm.
Fuji's. And I was like, hmm.
Mm-hmm. Much to
Hmm.
think about.
Yeah. Because that is a small camera,
Yeah.
but it's pretty good.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking about like that Panasonic, I think is exactly what I want.
Yeah, I have to look at that again. I forget all about it.
I
But
just need them to make it so that I can purchase one.
well, I love that they announce these cameras and then it's like it'll be available at some point in the future.
I mean, it's available now. The wait list is just very long to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I could if it was if there were any in stock, there's nothing stopping me from buying one right now.
Yeah.
They're not in stock though, is the
Smaller cameras, small fixed lens cameras such as the Fujifilm GFX 100R.
I mean, yeah, kind of. Like it's not a flaw like that. It's a
Yeah.
large camera for what it is, but it's also like the smallest medium format camera you can get,
Yeah.
right? Like
I
it's pretty
did
good.
actually that one of my coworkers at work was they're like, "Have you seen this?" And they sent me it was like a TikTok about the Kodak Charmera.
Oh, sure.
And I was like, "Yes, I'm very familiar with those." And
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and they're like, "I think I want to get one of these for my upcoming trip." And I was like,
Good luck.
"Well, no," I said, "I know where you can get one. It's like the camera store down the street, basically, because they have a bunch of them just sitting on the counter."
Oh,
And
sure.
so, yeah, so we went there, which I don't think that's a story that we missed out on. Is that they have a new Millennium blind box of the Kodak Charmera, so updated styles, of the '90s rather than of the '80s.
Uh,
Uh, so
I didn't see one. I didn't see any Gashas selling them. I did see a
yeah.
lot of Gashas though.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Ah, yes, I see here Lumix L10,
Yeah.
new item released in limited quantity.
Well,
Lovely.
and there's a titanium gold version that's only
Yes.
available from Lumix directly, which obviously is the one I want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But like, here's the thing that I want that this has. It's micro four thirds, which I don't really care about, but it has a 24 to 75 millimeter lens built in, like a little zoom
Very
lens with a
nice. Yep.
maximum aperture of 2.8, which like in our minimum, I guess 2.8, which is just as good as my big Nikon, right?
Yep.
And it's just this compact little package. So like, sell me one.
So
Eh?
so the Kodak Charmera Millennium Edition will be available mid-July 2026. 7 new designs, which they say are Y2K inspired or model the high gloss aesthetic of the early 2000s. And I gotta say, some of these they do look pretty neat. I do be getting nostalgia from some of these.
Let me take a look here. Take a look. Ooh, yeah, these are good, huh?
These are good. Yeah. I kind of hate that they have figured out they make one model of camera, right? And then they just sticker it over
Yeah, but
and
still,
put them randomly in a blind box, and it's working out very well. And I'm like, I'm sort of jealous of the fact that they really only have one SKU,
yeah.
but
Hey, it works.
yeah.
I didn't realize this about the L10 as well. It can do macro.
Hmm.
It can focus as minimum as, what do they say? It's like 1.3 inches away from the subject.
Mm-hmm.
1.18, even better, which is pretty good for a compact thing you can carry around.
So this one, the Kodak Charmer also gives you some unique digital effects that you can
Oh,
apply.
does it run it through like a Windows 98 JPEG encoder for you?
Kinda, yeah. You can do a you can do pixel filters, but you can also do there's 4 frame types. You've got like a video player interface, digicam monitor effect, pixelated CRT frame, and stylized text overlay.
Sure.
So, yeah, so you can make it look like you're viewing the the screen on the back of an old digicam that your picture will be like inserted into.
I don't hate it.
The pixelated CRT frame thing is interesting too, because sorry, not that. The video player interface where it's like it looks like Windows Media Player 7 or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I don't hate it.
Yeah. No, it's neat. Yeah. This is probably the first like Kodak branded thing in a while that I've thought is, actually kind of interesting.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Hmm.
I want the blue
Hmm.
one.
Maybe we'll have to get one of these.
Yeah.
Of course, I
But
have
they're
no idea
so
where I can
expensive.
get
They're
one.
$35.
I know. It's just unconscionable how
Yeah.
expensive it is.
Well, RAM or whatever. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
gotta have RAM. I'm sure it has like,
I'm sure it has a SRAM chip.
yeah, maybe a megabyte, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all we have for you this week.
That's all we got. We'll be back with you.
Check back in a couple of weeks. We'll be back.